All right, welcome back. I hope you finished lessons 1 through 3 successfully, and we're ready to move on. Of course, you can watch the videos over and over again if something's not making sense, um, and we'll get through it. So we're still looking at tags. This time it's a new tag. It's called a heading tag, um, and it's really confusing because we have that portion of the web page that's called the head, but that is not where the heading goes. So it's a little bit confusing. Here's a paired programming video. You can watch it if you want. Obviously, we're not doing paired programming with this situation. I highly recommend, once we get through this and you're able to have a partner, it really helps to have a partner to look at your code and help you figure out what's working and what's not. Okay, so they've given us a web page here. It's called My Hobbies. Okay, I can move this up and down like that. It says soccer 5 years. Soccer's an awesome sport. Okay, so baking 10 years. I'm assuming this is how long they've been doing all these things. But if you'll notice, the drawing and the 2 years don't match the same format as the rest of the page. So here I see soccer, and again, I can use my inspector tool. See 5 years, see it says H4 over there in the code. Soccer says H2, my hobbies is H1. So the formatting though for the drawing is not the same. I want it to be the same as the rest of my page, so I need to update it. I need to change the heading tags so that they actually match what they're supposed to be. So if I notice baking there says H2, so I'm going to change this to H2. And then I've also got to update the closing tag. Right? And then I'm going to update this one, the 2 years, to H4 because that's what the other one is, and I want it to be the same. There. So we found the heading. We changed the code's drawing and 2 years matches the heading of the rest of the page. And again, I've done this video and I'm kind of just going through it step by step just so you can see how it's supposed to be done. If you want to go and try to do these things yourselves just by doing the do this and kind of figuring stuff on your own, that's perfect. You can do that, that's fine. If not, that's okay too. We're done with this. We updated the HTML and it's set. All right, so here they've given us a challenge. If you'll notice, the words in the page don't actually meet the size that they are. So this says biggest, but it is not the biggest. This says medium small. It is not medium small. So our job is to go in and change those headings to make these statements true. So I want the biggest to be the biggest. Well, headings go from H1 is the biggest to H6 is the smallest. So I'm just going to go in here and change the numbers for my headings, and that'll fix my problems. I'll just go through. So now that one's the biggest. The next one is big. Right, that's going to be H2. The next one is going to be H3. Okay. H4, H5, and H6. So you get the idea. H14 isn't a thing. And you get the rest of that. So I'm basically just going through and I'm making these statements true. When you're done with that and it all looks correct, go ahead and hit finish. And now it's doing this thing called a quick check. It says look at the code below and predict how the headings will be displayed. So if we're looking at this, we need our medium size, right? H3 is going to be eggs. So eggs is going to be sort of medium size. Bacon is going to be H1, so that's going to be the biggest. So it's got to be one of the ones where bacon is the biggest. And then waffles is going to be the smallest. So which one has eggs, medium, bacon the biggest, and waffles the smallest? That's what you got to look at. And so here we are. This is a difficult one. Um, if you'll notice, the formatting on in the code, right, is simple to read. You can see it's got spacing. You know where the paragraphs begin and end. You know where there's spaces here, the subheadings and headings. Obviously, it doesn't look like that over here. Our job for this is to go in and correct those headings. And, you know, we can kind of think back to what we just saw with someone's hobbies, right? And we can apply that to the pets. So, you know, we start with the first heading, right? So that's going to be H1. And then we're going to go to here where there's obviously a paragraph, right? So it's a lot of information. Okay. And most of the time when I'm kind of navigating around, I'm using my arrow keys on my keyboard rather than taking my hand off the keyboard and using my mouse, because I just found that it goes faster. You also have keys on your keypad, depending on what kind of computer you're using, that say like home or end. That end, when you press it at the beginning of a sentence, takes you to the end of the sentence. So if I were to write this, I'm going to do an H2 here because it's a subheading, and I press the end button, it brings me right to the end of that line. Notice it formats it for us here. And then this one, right, I'm going to do H4, make it a little bit smaller. Again, I'm going to hit the end key, and then I'm going to hit H4, and I'm going to type it out like that. This is obviously not going to take me as long as it's going to take you to do it, navigating and, you know, changing and updating these tags and things like that. That's okay. You know, this is all going to take some time, and I've been doing this for a long time, so don't be discouraged if you don't type like this or it takes too long or whatever you think. Just keep at it, and you'll get there too. I'm going to stop there. You get the idea, right? I want this updated, right? So it's easy to read, it makes sense, and you can understand what it says. So we look at headings and paragraphs. So we kind of just went through this. This is another one of those things because it's beta testing. I'm not sure why they put this at the end of the lesson instead of at the beginning, but here we are. So it's just showing us paragraphs and what they're supposed to look like. So we look at the problem solving process. So this is, you know, some of you have an advantage if you've been at Cannon River STEM School for some time. You know, we've talked a lot about the design process, you know, algorithms, algorithmic thinking, you know, taking these big problems and breaking them down into smaller ones. You know, so go through and just read through this, and it's a really good idea to really stop and think about a problem before you get overwhelmed by it. You know, sometimes you just got to walk away. You know, I recommend, you know, challenging yourself, but not to the point of, you know, you want to give up and you never want to do this again. You know, and it's a kind of a fine line sometimes. All right, so we're going to start our page. And this is, again, that piece where we've got to come up with content. You know, what are we going to do? What are you going to have a web page on? Where are you going to get the data from? You know, pick something you know. And again, it just really just needs to be school appropriate. It doesn't really matter what it's about. We're using, you know, content is really just a way for us to understand the process of doing it. So our main goal isn't to put the information out there, it's to learn how to put information out there. So what you're putting out there, you know, as long as it's school appropriate, isn't really the point. The point is learning how to do it. So before you start in on your web page, you know, take a piece of paper, scratch down some ideas, think of a main topic and then at least two sort of subtopics, and start kind of getting those ideas going before you start just typing things. And then here we are. This is our HTML. page, this is what they give you. They give you HTML, head, doc type, body, closing. This is where it starts. And if you notice, we need at least 2 headings of different sizes and at least 1 paragraph. And again, that paragraph doesn't mean you have, 4 or 5 sentences of content and, it's got the beginning, the middle, and the end, of the paragraph. It's really literally just a line of text. So I'm going to create 2 headings of different sizes, and I'm going to create 1 of code. So as I mentioned earlier, I'm going to be doing my website on my car. I've got an old convertible. So I'm going to start with my heading 1, and it's going to be Mercury Cougar convertible, and stop there. And then my second heading, my subheading, is going to be one of the taglines. So when they were advertising my car back in the 1960s, they called it the thinking man's Mustang, which seems a little bit like an insult for people who buy Mustangs, but that's what they said. Okay, and then I'm going to put in a paragraph. So a little bit about my car. 1969 was the first year for Cougar convertibles. Put an exclamation point because I'm excited, and then we'll close it off. That's it. That's literally what we're starting with. That's all. We're not adding images. We're not doing any extra formatting, anything like that. This is what we're starting. 2 headings of different sizes, 1 paragraph. That's what you need. That will be the end of your lesson. It needs to be in those body tags, between the beginning and ending body tag. It needs to be in there. It does not go in the head. It is super confusing. I know, I wish they called it something else. They don't. Anything the user sees goes in the body. Good luck.